Hey everyone, we are doing the weekly nerd news. So we've got lots of stuff to talk about today. Hopefully this is coming through on some good quality. Alrighty, so first up, gadget wise, we've got a new LG TV coming out, and what this TV is a 5K TV, not a 4K TV, and it's 105 inches. So that's pretty big, but it's not cheap. So yeah, I can't see everyone getting that screen quite yet. Apparently some of the 4K monitors and TVs are finally coming out in 60 Hz and 60 frames using DisplayPort. So apparently the reason a lot of the 4K TVs are coming out and only doing 30 frames is because they're using HDMI, which is a HDMI 1.2 limit. And to get around that, you've got to use DisplayPort. Alrighty, talking about 4K too, Samsung have a monitor going for about 600 to 700 bucks in Australia, and it is the Samsung U28D590D. So apparently it's 570 on Amazon. So it might be worth checking out for a big 4K monitor. Alrighty. EA apparently have decided they haven't got enough money, and so they're releasing a subscription service on the Xbox One. So a feature on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One is, as well as getting the console, which is like 500 to 600 bucks, you have to pay subscription to access heaps of stuff online, and then EA is doing another subscription on top of that. So the idea is that you pay $7 a month and you receive discounts off games. And what they're saying is this is all American based at the moment, but the whole thing is, why should... I mean, we've got so far subscription to jump online on the consoles, subscription to get a discount, and then they'll regional price it as well. Just because why? Yeah, it just seems stupid, along with the season passes and DLCs. So I hope this doesn't take off and more people from PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 decide to go the PC route instead of going to these next gen consoles, which is still lagging behind PCs by a long. Alrighty, in MMO news, we have Elder Scrolls Online have offered a huge server migration from anyone playing on the American server to play on the EU server if you're over in the EU or UK or whatever. So that should be good, but I haven't actually heard of anything on a Australian server or an Asian server yet, but at least they're doing a EU one, so that is one good thing, I guess. But I never bothered getting into that game because it was buy the client and then pay subscription and pay more in Australia. Alrighty, well, moving on to PC games, the free Unreal Tournament that is under development, they've done another video on that, and I will put that up in a second. Alrighty, moving on to some DLC news. Titanfall has a new DLC coming out on America 31st of July. It's only got 3 maps: Dig Site, Haven and Export, and the DLC is called Frontier's Edge. So to be honest, this game is really dead in Australia if you don't want to play TDM, and the problem lies because they use fucking matchmaking, and they do not offer client hosting, and they do not offer a server browser. I actually uploaded a video the other day when I was trying to get in the capture the flag, and it put me on America with a huge ping. They didn't even bother checking, you know, Asia servers, and there's like 2 or 3 of them. So yeah, as long as you want to play attrition, you're fine on that game on PC. If you want to play another mode, you're pretty much stuffed in Australia. Alrighty, moving on to some other PC news. The developers of Rust, which is a survival-based game similar to DayZ, have announced they're not abandoning Rust, but doing a top-down co-op space shooter game called Riftlight, with RPG elements. A lot of people have been talking about Rust lately and how they're not keeping up with all the bugs and whatnot, and people are moving on to other stuff, so we'll see how that progresses. Recently we had Sims 2 release. Now there's a lot of news about The Sims lately. So Sims 4 is around the corner. Apparently the Sims 2 was end of life, so they gave it away for free. But some people actually checked out the free version of Sims 2 and found it had secure ROM. Now, this is the thing I don't like. You've got platforms like Uplay, Origin and Steam. Why do they have to double up on DRMs? So, what some people found on the net, and I'll link it later on, is they found out how to rip the second layer of DRM out so we don't use it. And that was Secure ROM. Also in Secure ROM, Borderlands 1 are apparently patching that out. A couple of days just after the scandal of Sims 2 for free having it in. Alrighty, so they've announced the Sims 4 specs, and of course this game is marketed for like lots of casual people at home, so don't expect, you know, heavy demand. So all it needs is Windows XP, Windows Vista, Windows 7, Windows 8 or Windows 8.1. It says it needs a 1.8 Intel Core 2 Duo or an Athlon 4000 Plus. Needs 2 gig RAM, needs 9 gig. Sorry, needs 9 gig of hard drive space and an extra 1 gig of hard drive space. DVD-ROM if you get it through DVD-ROM. 128 mega RAM on the video card. Pixel shader 3. So that's a GeForce 6600 or better, or ATI AMD X1300. Also runs on Intel on boards. So yeah, fairly low spec. I mean, everyone that's a PC gamer should have at least that. If not, you're running an ancient piece of crap. Alright. So, what else do we have here today? Oh yes, I've done the guide. I'll link that later on. So, AMD are releasing some new APU CPUs. There was talk of a new FX1, which basically is just up clock speed and it had a water cooling kit on it. But this one is one of the APU ones that's been cited on some laptops. Nothing really fantastic about it, so I'll link the thing below for you guys to suss it out. Moving on, some more manufacturing news. We have NVIDIA. They are bringing out 3 new graphic cards. Alright, so we have the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 880, 870 and 860. So I'd say the 860 would be the cheapest, then the 870, then the 880. They're saying the 860 will probably cost around £200 or $300 US. So that may replace several models they have at the moment. They were saying that the 880 should be better than 780. Now that's not the 780 Ti, that's just 780. So we will see how that goes, and they are coming out in America in October. Alrighty. I will, yep, here we go. Borderlands removes Secure ROM through a Steam patch. And they've removed GameSpy because GameSpy died off as well. Alrighty, let's look through here. ASUS have started selling a Chromebox computer in Australia through various retailers, and Computer Alliance in Brisbane have it for $279. So it is a Celeron processor, Intel onboard graphics, 2GB RAM, wireless, Bluetooth, gigabit LAN, USB 3s, DisplayPort, HDMI, and running Chrome OS. So that should be a cheap, low-end computer that you don't have to worry about spyware for a student or just workstation use. You know, definitely not 3D gaming, but all if you wanted to do was like surf, digitaxes, you know, type up documents, play some movies, this sort of thing for under $300 would be ideal. So I will show you guys a picture of that as well. Alrighty, moving on to some other news. We have Samsung bringing out the Samsung Z phone. Now, the difference between the Z phone and the other ones is this one doesn't run Android, it runs Tizen, Tizen, which I did have a look, and I think it was running some modified version of Android that could have been the Firefox OS. Let me just double check that. I'm on the Tizen page at the moment, and they're just saying it's an open source OS. So we'll see how that comes out. I think the phone itself, hardware-wise, is the same as one of the other ones, so it could be a good, cheaper alternative. I came across this one little site, the Instructables, and today, well, yesterday when I was having a look, they were showing the step-by-step guide how to make a rubber band Gatling gun. So you hold it, you have all the rubber bands around it, and it flies off. So that might be fun to do if you're good at woodworking. And yeah, just have a look at the video, see what you think. The Oculus To Like dev kit version 2 has come out, and they've reviewed that. Of course, a couple of weeks ago they had all sorts of dramas, people trying to sell those. Alright, so Ubisoft has released some console footage of someone playing Rainbow Six for 37 minutes as well. It looks like a good game, but the problem with Ubisoft is they always have shit multiplayer. Ever since they've bought the Tom Clancy's name, their game quality has gone down the fucking tube. So I recommend not pre-ordering this game and seeing how it turns out. And oh yes, Doom was spotted on, this is the old Doom, Doom 1, playing on an ATM. Someone actually hacked an old ATM machine and managed to play Doom 1, so I will link that video. Also, on a lot of the YouTube channels, there has been discussions about the concept fake geek girl. These two guys talk about it in detail, and they bring up some good discussions. I think Melanie Mac and some other female YouTubers posted a bit about it as well. But not that they don't exist, but you don't see them much. I'd say there would be one female PC gamer for every 100 PC guy gamers, and that's not that they can't do it or they're no good. It's just you don't see them online, or maybe they are online and you never hear them on the fucking microphone. You know, or they're using guys' names, and to be honest, I can't blame them half the time with some of the way that some of the guys carry on. Just flicking through some of my tabs here. Ubuntu have a new version released if anyone's into Linux. It is 14.04.1. New version of VLC came out, version 2.1.5 if anyone uses VLC. Looks like they're making headway on the Mac version, because Apple cockblocked them for a while on different methods they were trying to release VLC through Mac. CC Cleaner released a new version 1.8, and it now supports Mac as well as Windows, and supports cleaning through TeamViewer, so that's interesting. Google have released a Chromebook ad which has music right through it, no voice, trying to pimp their little cheap 200-ish Chromebooks. And the Chromebooks are a good idea if you've got internet all the time. If you don't have internet all the time, then it's pretty bad. Oh yeah, there was this unofficial Google Cardboard VR kit, and what it is this cardboard cutout with a couple of eyepieces, and you put it over your eyes, and then you slip the mobile phone in, and with the right Google app, it does this VR thing using your mobile phone and a bit of cardboard that costs like $10. Now it looks like it was advertised on OzBargain. It's now out of stock. You should be able to get it through Amazon. They should have plenty. I will be getting one of these, not right now, but when I have a spare $30 that I can order off Amazon, I will. And yeah, it'd be interesting to see how this goes if they expand it to PC use as well. So I will link the video for that as well. If anyone's in Australia and likes Slurpees from 7-Eleven, apparently they are $1 this week. Probably all made of sugary goodness, but good for a treat once in a while, I guess. On Xbox 360, on Xbox Gold, they're giving away Motocross Madness and Dishonored soon, and they're giving away Strike Suit Zero and Crimson Dragon for Xbox One, Xbox Live. Apparently at the moment at Hungry Jack's, they're giving away $1 cheeseburgers. Gotta wonder if all these companies are doing it with the recent news that the Chinese nugget people are really shifty. What happened is, over in Japan, it's been found out that a lot of companies in Japan that were selling these chicken nuggets were buying off a Chinese, the same Chinese place. That Chinese place was supplying expired chicken to use in the ingredients for the nuggets, and so nowhere in Japan now sells chicken nuggets. So of course that reflects on several companies like Hungry Jack's, McDonald's, Family Mart, and whatnot. So this could be why Hungry Jack's in Australia are offering $1 cheeseburgers at the moment. Give them a bit of free publicity. Going through all my windows, all my tabs. Oh yeah, I came across a new computer company in Australia yesterday, and they're called Tech King. So they're based down in New South Wales, and I will link their website. Their website seems to be well laid out at the moment. They were offering reviews of their site, and they wanted a 5 out of 5, so I reviewed their site, gave them a 3 out of 5, and gave them what was good about the site, what was good, what could be better, what I didn't like. And they asked me after I put the feedback to put it back at 5.5. I said I can't personally give you 5 out of 5 stars until I've actually used your company, bought something, received it, and I'm happy. So I will be buying a new mouse soon, so I'll buy it through those guys. I may be buying a new case, and yeah, after I'm happy with them, after I've received the goods, then I can bump up the rating. So yeah, if anyone's down New South Wales, they might be a good option. Oh my god, and I've got more tabs. Wow, there's so much here. So what are we on at the moment? LCD, no, talked about that. Oh, the one guy wrote a guide how to make a 4K Hackintosh for cheap. So if anyone wants to experience Apple but still have a real computer, there's that guide. Yes, ASUS have released this thing called a Miracast dongle, and it is like the Chromecast USB dongle. Both of them require you to plug it into USB for power. Oh, excuse me. Both of them use HDMI, but the advantage on the Chrome one seems to be that you can stream stuff without needing a tablet or a device always, like a mobile always running. This one, you can stream stuff from a tablet to the TV, but you need the tablet always on. So I still haven't actually found a really good dongle, HDMI dongle I like, because none of them seem to do native DLNA streaming without needing a separate program or stuffing around, and this one from ASUS is more expensive. Alright, so what else do we have here? Oh, there's new NVIDIA drivers out if anyone is looking to update your graphics card. It is 340.52, so go check that out on the NVIDIA website. And that pretty much covers everything I wanted to talk about, I think. Yeah, I'll be doing a Star Citizen news video either today or tomorrow as a huge recap of what has happened this year so far and where they should be going, because as Star Citizen is at the moment, everyone's waiting on a 12.5 patch, everyone's waiting on multiplayer dogfighting, everyone's waiting on the asteroid hangar, and everyone's waiting on the Mustang to be available in the store and hangar. So yeah, that pretty much caps the news I'll talk about today. I'll see if I can do another news video later in the week, on the weekend. Thank you for watching and have a great day.